Hey guys, it's Joey. Welcome back to Angry Aquariums. So this is just gonna be a raw video. No editing done on this. We'll see if I can get it done in one take with no major background noise. So hopefully the bird over here, hopefully she will behave. She seems occupied, but that could go away at any moment. So I posted a couple live streams over the past 3 weeks. The quality on those is really bad because you have to use StreamYard. So I wanted to give you guys a total update on the system, everything that's happened over the past couple weeks. So I think the best place to start is maybe underneath in the sump. Not too much different here, but a couple things I have added. I did add some fans. So these cooling fans were recommended by Acro Breeder. So shout out to Acro Breeder. See, this is why you do editing, because you say stupid shit like that. Anyways, congratulations to him as well on reaching 1,000 subs. That's awesome. So these are just cheap Amazon fans, 20 bucks. I could put the link in the description below because they're definitely worth it. Since I got them, they keep my tank within a good range. So I was getting up to like 83 degrees. These kick on, I think at 83 now, and then they'll bring me all the way down, you know, about 2 degrees or more. So they really help the tank stay cool. 83 was just a little bit too high for my comfort zone. So I just have them go all the way down to 82. And then that's being controlled by the this thingamabobber right here, I think, Inkbird. That can only do, on this model, it can only do a 1 degree change. So that's why I'm limited. Right now they're running. And this is a 230 gallon system, and these two little fans, which are completely silent by the way, I mean, they keep the tank nice and cool. So another thing I did, I added UV. Anyone who's been watching me for a while has been hearing me complain and moan about water clarity in the tank. Ever since I added that, my water clarity has been amazing. That's a 25 watt UV. And that is an AquaUV or whatever it is. Anyways, I'll post a link in the description for that too. Next, I got the calcium reactor back online. This is the Tunze like 6055 or something like that. So that's doing great. That's hooked up to the Skimmer. The Skimmer, man, I do not like the Skimmer. It has this frequency to it, which I can't explain unless you're here and I turn it off and on, because you can hear it immediately. But if I could go back in time, and if the Ecotech Versa existed when I got the calcium reactor, I would have went that route. The Versa does more milliliters per minute, and from what I've gathered, it's relatively quiet. I've heard quite a few reviews on the Skimmer where they're complaining about it being too loud. Other than that, I think everything else is pretty much the same. Oops, I'm messing with a whole bunch of settings now on the camera. Skimmer's doing great. I have an enemy in timeout because, well, it's for sale really. It's beyond timeout. It's prisoner at this point because it was beating up my pink lemonade here. So you can see that whole side is just death. And then it was beating up this, I think that's a digi. I don't know. I don't know what any of these are. But it was beating it up, removed it, got it out of there. So that stuff will make a comeback, and that nem will go to a home where it can be appreciated. I already have this anemone doing great right here. Clownfish don't really go in it still, even though they will make their eggs right here. So they'll lay all the fish food for the rest of the tank right there, since they don't hatch. Next major update that I made on the tank is going to be this middle scape. So I took all this stuff down. If you remember, I had it actually going 2 different ways. So I had it kind of ramping up. Originally was my first aquascape, and then I switched it around, turned it 180 degrees, and it was ramping up this way. Didn't like it, went way too high up on the tank, probably, you know, about 3/4 of the tank. And it just didn't look good. I didn't like it. Made for really poor viewing angles on the corals. So I went flattened it all out with most of the pieces that I had, and then I had a big gap in the center. So took some new rock and pieced this together, and I think it came out pretty good. So nice and open, fish have plenty of swimming room. It's not stupid like peninsulas or islands. Like anyone who does like islands, like it's just stupid, and I think they lack imagination. So you know, probably just did it for convenience, or I don't know, whatever. But I think it looks great. Got it to match the level, plenty of pieces for, or plenty of spots for SPS. So that's all good. This is another little tiny piece that I had. Or this, you know, this spot was just not filled. So cut that with a grinder, diamond bit and a grinder, and there you go. Everything's done. So that's about all I can say on that. It's pretty standard, and it still leaves me some additional options if I do feel like, you know, adding additional pieces of rock. I can do it in a couple spots, so no big deal. Next thing I added on the tank was, oh, see, I told you, could happen at any second. Look at her. She's pissed. She's like, who the hell are you talking to? Anyways, next thing I added on the tank was a 24 pack of SPS. So everything you see on this new structure, which has only been in the tank for 3 weeks, along with the corals. I added that rock structure a day before I added the corals. All those are new. And then that's new, this piece, blue piece here is new, little nub new. So plenty of new pieces, and they've all been doing great for 3 weeks so far. So really happy about that. Calcium reactor, everything's doing pretty stable. I did get some ICP tests results, which I did some corrections using the Reef Moonshiners program. If you're curious about that, just send me a message or ask me about it in the comments. Salinity came back really low. It said it was at 30.8 parts per 1,000. So I'm up to 30, I'm just checking the notes right now, 34.4 parts per 1,000, so almost to 35. PO4 is still really high at 200 plus, and that's parts per billion. So that equates to the max on the HANA checker, which is 0.5 or 0.6, so pretty high. Nitrates are at 50, and then alkalinity is 8.6, which 9 is my goal, so no rush on getting that up. But yeah, parameters are doing pretty good. I would like nitrates, crazy bird. I would like nitrates and phosphates to come down slightly, but no ill effects other than a couple spots of hair algae, which people give me shit for all the time. It doesn't really bother me. It bothers y'all more than it bothers me. There's that little patch, and then there's a little patch over here, and a little patch back there. But as you can see on the new rock, there's nothing so far. It's a little ugly colored right now, but I mean, it's supposed to be. Yeah, so that's it on parameters. Nothing crazy there. Yeah, that's right, Ruby. What else? What else should I tour? I'll give a tour of the corals here. So my glass is actually dirty right now, so the water clarity doesn't look super great on camera. You can see the haze on the wall right there. And we'll swing around and we'll start on this side. Let me see, I gotta pause it for a second. Hold on. All right, good thing they made the pause button. So this is where that anemone was. Completely took up this whole space. Glad that's gone. I have some leathers back here that are doing good. There's actually a hidden like blue finger leather back there. These Duncans are doing great. I don't even know how many heads are on that thing now. What else do we got? This little colony's doing good. I like how it's nice and bunched in that little ball shape. I enjoy that. There's the pink lemonade that was getting stung to death, so that'll make a recovery eventually. Here's the orange Setosa. It looks more orange on the camera, but to me it looks more red. Here's a couple of new pieces. Don't know what this one's called. Oh my god, the bird just jumped on me and scared the shit out of me. Alright, so now I'm trying to do this one hand. There's another new piece back there. Once again, don't know what that's called. Alright, bird, I gotta set you down. Here you go. No, you gotta go. Alright, I gotta move from this side of the tank before she attacks me again. This piece right here, I don't know what this is, but I had it over to the left here on this piece, or this spot right here. And it was just browning out, wasn't getting enough light, so I moved into this higher light area. And the bird just jumped on me again, so hopefully she doesn't attack me. We have another new piece right here, looking pretty good. What else? This is another one. Here is my PC Rainbow that was doing terrible for a while. But I decided to, since it was already paling out, decided to just mount it sideways, see what happens. And color on it's pretty good. Has that nice orange tint to it, and then the red, and then there is some green in there as well. It's also starting to show more polyp extension, pretty nicely encrusted on the rock as well. Here we have my GSP farm, my PSP farm, which is just really gray. It's gray blob. Don't like it. Nice little millie piece right here. Kind of washes out on camera. This is a little Pikachu, little nub. I think that's supposed to be an FLO, $500 FLO, but it needs to adjust to my lights. This bird is really distracting. Here's some more new pieces. Like I said, everything on here is all new. Let's zoom in on that guy. This one is really nice. I think this is a battle coral. It's like battle juice or something. It has these nice purple polyps on it, so really nice piece. Here's a nice little tort. And then we got chalice down here. Another chalice, which always gets washed out on the camera. Nice birds of paradise frag. I call it frag, but it's really almost like a colony, a mini colony under today's standards. So glad I got that nice piece. Here's some miscellaneous stuff that I'm too lazy to pick up. This bird is attacking me, so gotta pause. All right, now I'm less distracted. So torches, one's a wall, one's a branching. They look the same, but they are actually two different frog torches. Damn it. I'm gonna say all the right things, or wrong things before I say the right. This is why you edit. Another new piece. Here's a piece I've had for about 6 months now, and it's just taken off, doing awesome. So green with blue tips. Camera isn't gonna do it justice, but amazing looking piece at this point. Let's see if we can see from this side. Yeah, that thing's doing great. Really starting to branch out. Here's a nice little look at the front of the tank, down the center. This frog spawn, I think it's a frog spawn. It's doing great. Washed out with the filter, but much darker green in person. Here's a little rock that I had of some zoas. It started with 3 zoas. One got completely destroyed and melted. And there's some green in the back, which I could show from the other angle better. And then you have the mushrooms on there, Recordias, and these zoas. I don't know what these zoas are called. So if you know what these zoas are called, leave it in the description because I'd like to know. They look a little bit more red on camera, but they're a little bit more purple. What else do we got here? We got the frag rack, which I've been too lazy to put stuff down. I'm thinking about just putting this Gani, just, you know, basically gluing it to the ground here. Candy canes, I'm thinking about putting on here. We'll have to see. Anyways, I think this is a bonsai right here. Another piece I've had for a couple months now, starting to take off more. This is just called ugly coral because it's just ugly. I mean, it's doing great, but I'm just gonna give it away eventually or grow it into a giant colony and try to see how much I can get for it. This guy was fading out for a really long time, but finally coming back, really bright, like highlighter green. Once again, this filter is gonna make everything look much oranger than it is. This is a nice new piece that I have. You can see, let me zoom in, nice encrusting there. Flip it around. Another view of the rack. Candy canes. Oh, that's my skinny fish. I ordered some pellets, so hopefully Dee Dee here will take some pellets and start to bulk up. I just feed once a day with the frozen, so gotta supplement that with the pellets. Dial down the frozen a little bit, get them a little bit more protein. Anyways, Gani's doing great. Let me zoom in. Look at that. It's a nice shot. One of the few nice shots I can actually get. Then you have the chalice here. I don't know what kind of chalice this is, but it's gone pretty good in my tank. When I got it, it was, you know, just taking up the frag plug. Now it's taking up a quarter of the rack. This other stuff I don't actually care for. What else? Let me see, there's so many corals now to go through. This digi here was completely dead, down to almost nothing, and is coming back. You got these two big pieces there, and then if you go to the side, there's a third piece right there. Eventually those will all come together, get back into a colony form. This is just another look at that coral I talked about earlier. You can see those bluish tips. Once again, way better color in person. Here we have that little piece, that extra rock that I had. That Monty there is new. So that is the Fruity Pebbles Monty, I think. Now this guy is doing pretty good at lower light. Starting to branch out more. I don't know what it is. It's just coral. They're all just coral. Another nice new piece. Here's that other one, that Battle Corals one from this side. What else do we got? So another good looking piece, blue tips, kind of purple polyps. This one here is the Master Yoda. So kind of green base and then pink up towards the top with, I'd say like greenish bobs. I don't know, something like that. This is one of my favorite pieces. Really teal color in the center and then kind of branches out into those bluer tips. That snail is blocking that little nub. Don't even know what it is. There's the back of the Pikachu. Here's a nice piece of orange passion. Really hoping that takes off. I think this one here is a solar flare Millie. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's solar something. A nice piece there. I don't know what this one is, but it is just super fluffy all the time. Look at that polyp extension. It's crazy on that one compared to others. Oh, here's the Walt Disney, doing great. I need to actually show this one from the other side. But you can see the polyps there, it's washed out. Let's go to the other side and see it. All right, here we are on the other side. You can see Disney here. Wish the color would get captured a little bit better, but it is what it is when you're just shooting from a phone like this. Anyways, we're almost done. I know this is boring, but I feel like coral, I don't know, maybe it's not. This is just another Millie that I have here, one of the new pieces. Don't know what it is, but it's okay. here's a back of the piece on the other side, which it's surprising. Things actually look better from the opposite side. Like that Walt Disney doesn't look good on this side. It looks better on the far side, which is a little bit frustrating, but hey, what are you gonna do? And I think this is the last piece right here. So anyways, those are all the coral. All the fish are doing good. Just need to fatten up that powder blue. And really nothing else to update. I don't think I missed anything. I do have some videos that I'm trying to put together upcoming. Made one on the method of dosing that I've been doing for the past 7 months now, so stay tuned for that one. And then there's just a few updates which will be a little bit back in time, but I'm just going to share them with you guys just for content. So let me know if I missed anything that you want to see. And yeah, I don't know. I'm not doing editing, so how do I end it? I don't even know. I don't make videos anymore. All right, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.